Okay, 1998 BC 89, and this is a calculator question. The graph of the function represented by the Maclaurin series, represented there, or listed there, intersects the graph of y equals x to the third at what value of x. So what we need to be able to do from this problem is to tell what function that series is representing. And so there are a few that you do need to memorize that are important, and we'll start with remember that sine of x is going to be equal to x minus x to the third over 3 factorial plus x to the fifth over 5 factorial, etc. Sine has only odd power terms, and it has factorials in the denominator. Cosine, on the other hand, has only even power terms, and it also has factorials in the denominator. So what we have here above, 1 minus x plus x squared, 2 factorial minus x to the third, 3 factorial. Unfortunately, it looks as though we're just adding those two together, but it's not quite as simple as that is. So it's not either of those, although it looks like it's almost the sum of those two. But if you work that out, it's not the sum of them either. The third one that you do need to remember is e to the x, and that has all of the terms, and 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the third over 3 factorial. So it has all of the terms. It's positive. They're all positive, and they also have factorials in the denominator. So these three are very similar to each other, and you do need to memorize those. Now what we have here is not exactly e to the x either. We have an alternating series, and the way we're going to accomplish that is just by plugging in a negative x for x. All the odd powered terms then would turn out to be negative. So you'd have 1 minus x plus x squared over 2 factorial minus x to the third over 3 factorial, etc. And so that's what we have. So what is this question asking? The question is asking, where do e to the negative x and x to the third intersect? And so I'm going to call up the graphing calculator, and I have those two functions entered there. Next, we need a reasonable viewing window, so I'm going to start with zoom standard, and that's e to the, that looks like e to the x. Actually, I think I have a mistake here. I should have e to the negative x. Much better. I'm going to graph them now, and alright, that's much better there. So I can't exactly see where that's happening, but I'm going to restrict just in order to see this a little bit more clearly here. My x values really only need to go from -3 to +3. So let's see if that helps. My x values on my window go from -3 to +3. Oops. -3 to +3. By ones is enough. And we can see that somewhere between 0 and 2 is where the intersection takes place. Second, I keep losing the calculator. Second, calc. Second, calc. We want an intersection, and we have to select the first curve, e to the negative x. Second curve, x to the third. And since they only cross at one point, or this is the nearest intersection, we just hit enter for guess, and we're going to get 0.773. 0.773, and there you can see that that is answer A. And I'm going to save a few of the screenshots of those things so that we can add them into the to the documentation. But that'll do it for this video.